Hello and welcome to this R-Instat video on climate normals temperatures. As with the precipitation normals, we'll be using the WMO guidelines on the calculation of climate normals, as well as the US climate normals from 1981 to 2010. The means of Tmax, Tmin, and Tmean are in the WMO list of principal parameters. In addition, the temperature extremes are included as secondary parameters, as are the mean number of days with Tmax exceeding a list of thresholds. From the NOAA, the three principal parameters are included in the example table for Chicago. Among the secondary parameters in this table, there is one each of the counts for Tmax and Tmin, though with different thresholds to those suggested by the WMO. None are included on temperature extremes. The Ghana data from the library are used again here. This dataset includes temperature minimums and temperature maximums, but not temperature means. So first, let's produce that. In the calculator, we put Tmin plus Tmax in brackets and divide by 2. Click Try, though it can only be missing, and save the results as Tmean. And we position it just after Tmax in the data frame. Next, we add the temperature threshold. This uses the transform dialog, just as for the rainfall data earlier. We choose the days when Tmax is 30 degrees or more. We call the new column Tmax 30, and we position it right after Tmean. Now filter to the set of years for the normals. We define our new filter by setting the year to be larger than 1980, but smaller than 2011. We return and apply as a subset. We call the subset Ghana normals. This creates a new dataset. The data are now ready to produce the normals. Looking at the first few rows, the two new variables seem sensible, with Tmean halfway between Tmax and Tmin. The ones just when Tmax is over 30, and the total number of rows is about what we would expect. An inventory plot shows some concern about missing values, particularly in the 1980s. We examine this aspect in detail in the next video. Here we're suitably cautious. The three stages for creating the normals are the same as for rainfall. The first stage uses the climatic summaries to get 8 monthly variables. We start with the three principal parameters, as shown here. We get this by month, and in the Summaries tab, we select just the mean. We check over our dialog. It looks good. Click OK. Good, this looks as expected. There's the station, year and month, followed by the three monthly averages for Tmax, Tmin and Tmean. And there are 2 times 30 times 12, so 720 rows of data. Now for the counts and extremes. Right-click and clear the receiver. Now add Tmax 30, then change the summary to sum, return and OK. Next we return to the dialog to add the maximums. Delete the receiver and put in Tmax and Tmean. Then in the Summaries tab, select Maximum. Return and OK. Finally, the minimums. Delete Tmax and add Tmin. Then change the maximum for the minimum. We now have 11 columns. On to the second stage. As before, this uses the ordinary data summary dialog to summarize these 8 variables over the 30 years. Use the first 4 variables by the station and the month. And just get the mean as the summary. Tick the checkbox Omit Missing Values. Now back to the dialog, we clear the receiver and we add Tmax and Tmean in order to get our maximums. In the summaries, we uncheck mean and we select maximum. Finally, we return for the minimums. Clear and replace with Tmin and Tmean, and change the summaries to minimum. Click OK. There are now 8 monthly normals. For example, in October at Salt Pond, the mean minimum temperature was 23 degrees, while the mean maximum temperature was 29 degrees, and 26 degrees was the mean temperature. There were, on average, 9.7 days when the temperature was more than 30 degrees. The highest ever value for the maximum temperature was 32.1 degrees, and the lowest ever temperature was 19.5 degrees. Finally, the third stage repeats these calculations to give annual values. Back in the column statistics, we choose mean Tmin, mean Tmax, and mean Tmean. We do them by station. We omit missing values, and we choose to keep just the mean. One important difference is that we need the sum, not the mean, for the number of days above 30 degrees in the year. We add this to the receiver, and in the summaries select sum. After repeating this with the extremes, the annual results are as follows. There are 8 annual normals for the 2 stations. For example, the overall mean temperature at Salt Pond was 26.5 degrees, compared to 28.6 degrees at Tamale. The highest ever temperature at Tamale was 42.8 degrees, and the lowest was 11.9, and so on and so forth. The next video reflects on the normals we've provided, and also examines the WMO guidelines for coping with missing values. Thank you for watching. Bye!